On your feet, ye scum! Action!
Oh the hills and oh the main, through Turkey, Portugal, Ukraine. King Blade says aye, and we say yea, 'cause chosen men have bills to pay. Our journey begins in the late summer of 1994, with the cast and crew of Sharpe film descending on the southern Ukraine. This is our third trip to the region known as the Crimea, having shot the first two series here in 92 and 93. Series 1 coincided with the recent breakup of the Soviet Union, a situation that didn't help us very much. On our first two outings, we met with every conceivable disaster. Injury, disease, starvation, interference from racketeers, and death, but to name a few. So, on our third visit to the region, we were hoping for at least a few improvements. Hopes were swiftly dashed. Within seconds of the plane door opening, we were hit by the stultifying blast of a 95-degree heat wave. Great, you might think, but the heat would create the overriding problem of that year: lack of water. This would be home sweet home for the first month of our tour. On either side of the corridor are the rooms of Sean, Dara, Lyndon, Tamsy, and Mike Mears.
Hello.
Hello. The first days were like the beginning of school. Old boys mixed with new, as we got a feel for our surroundings.
Oh, yes. It's great because, you know, you get some nice tarts around here and it's...
Actually, that tart's my girlfriend, actually.
Oh, is that your girl?
Yeah.
Right? She's nice.
Later that same year, my hair was down here in the last
Oh, yeah.
I just started to tie it back because he's getting in the rope.
Yeah.
Being sensible.
Yeah.
Which I'm not.
Here we are in the dining hall of the Hotel Talavera. Battle of Talavera even. And this is Saturday evening at about 8:15. Our dinner is taking place.
What was for dinner tonight?
It was a salad buffet, and you had bacon and eggs and beans hot with the salad buffet, which was the same as the buffet at lunchtime and last night.
There's a rumour that the Rusks are being made to eat different food.
They are, but when we've all got something, they steam into ours.
Everything else is shite.
Lovely. Carrot. Underdone.
Right. Is this unlike any other experience you've had shooting a film? No. And so this is your first job, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my first ever time I've left the ground, actually.
The lively hotel bar was one of the best we'd had. No complaints there, except for the presence of the local mafia overnight. And so to work.
As we approach Ski for our first day's filming of Sharpe 3, we had a very nice drive in this white Volga. Close encounter a little way back, but everything was run smoothly from there. Over here we do have what I think is a Ski Command, which we will be filming today, and I think for the majority of this week. Hopefully everything will run smoothly, but you never know. No wonder we lost the
Oh, get a bit humping across the road, oh yes. So what do you think of this place?
I think it's fairly amazing.
Yeah. Wait till you've been here a week.
This is Monday.
Monday day, how many days have we been shooting?
This is the first day.
And what's happened?
And we have run out of sugar.
Excellent.
And it's only 8:30.
8:30 in the evening?
In the morning.
In the morning of the first day of shooting?
On the first day of shooting.
And have we turned over yet?
We haven't even turned over.
Well, roger me.
The first stop of the day took us to hair, makeup and costume.
Yeah. But the dolly, I think I'll just get a wheelchair. So for the dolly shots.
Probably be in one of those.
Yeah.
It's randomly chosen.
Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous.
hairdressing salon supplied by the Ukrainian army.
Marvellous, thank you very much, that's great.
It's Titi Tanya. I'm yours, Meg.
Titania. It's good to have a bit of continuity, isn't it?
I know, it's nice to have the same person again who knows what to do. My favourite is 10 out of 10. Jason, what do you think so far?
Rubbish.
Second that, boy.
After much hurrying, we waited.
This is the sum total of our conversation on a day like this, waiting to shoot Sharpe. We were called at 6:30 to get here for 7:30. It's now 10:15 anyway, so it's taken a long time, but it is the first day, so what can we do? Got the wonky donkey behind me. Anyway.
Slowly but surely, all the elements needed for the shot came together. Here, Ukrainian squaddies are used as extras. Ah, a new recruit.
You'll take about 3 steps backwards so that we've got a bit of space around the old action.
And we've had a man to show us the way. Where's he got to? Oh, and you know who this is, of course. Grown up a lot.
Across to.
But still.
Across to Ellie. Jane. Bring.
And you know who this is, of course. Grown up a lot. It's still my baby. Uncle Arthur.
Sean travelled out a couple of days later than us. Sharpe 3 was to be the first year he would have the luxury perk of a mobile home on location. And this was his driver, Gary. Here's the great man himself, filming the closing shots of Sharpe's Gold. The wacky world of film requires him to film the last shot on the first day of filming. In true Sharpe film fashion, we filmed till the cows came home.
Here we are, 1 week into shooting Sharpe, and our vehicle has changed. We've only been to set once. This is what we get on our second trip to set. As you can see, a lovely, lovely yellow minibus.
It's beautiful.
You like it, do you?
But it's a Ford, yeah?
It's definitely a Ford, yep.
Oh, so what are we whinging about?
We're not.
Good evening. Week 1 of Sharpe 3 is over. We've come back to the hotel about 8:19 after some of us, admittedly not the chosen men, some people have been out there all day since 6:30, and we've come home to no water whatsoever. So we're washing out of basins, and everyone has a basin.
You remember that water thing I mentioned?
Thing here, Natasha will show us what we do with a little bottle. I'll just show that any water gets picked up. Yes, like so. So, you know, we're clever. And some people have metal bowls. And it's Dara.
Is this a new role you're playing?
Well,
he's official, he's royal photographer.
Yes, I'm Sharpe's archivist, really. I mean, as it gets.
It's Rifleman Harris.
Archivist or archivist?
Archaeologist, archivist, anthropologist? No, archivist. Okay, well, it's week 1 of Sharpe 3, as I'll continue. Just had dinner after a lovely hand basin wash. A week in shooting. Well, the chosen men have worked for 2 days this week. It's a pretty sad affair. And the shots we have done are little blips and real sort of marginal back of the scenery type set dressing scenes. But nevertheless, we've had days off, and it's very hot indeed, and that's been fun. We've been playing some balls. We've had an influx of new actors, quite a rowdy bunch. They're fun. I've told you the water's been cut off. There's been some debate as to whether bottled water can be given to us free or not, because you cannot drink the water here.
You want some water? Come to my room. Come to my room. Please. Come to my room.
Come to the room, we're coming. Bye-bye, Mia.
Goodbye.
Come to my room, I'll give you water. Come to my room.
It's very funny.
What will you give me in return?
Nothing.
You have nothing to give me? I cannot give you water.
Shut up. Just shut up.
This is filming.
Yes, I know.
Here is the bucket. Jason.
Julie, what are you doing in my next door neighbour's room?
This is the bucket.
This is only for washing. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Will that be sufficient? I'm now inserting the bottle into...
Sounds rude.
The bottle is now filling. The bottle is now filling. The Russians are not allowed to wash.
Jace?
Therefore, the English, some of them are taking pity.
This is the water bowser, which we have to now wash out of those of us above the second floor, due to the fact that the water's been cut off. Day 3 of water crisis, still looking pretty grim. Report doesn't even get his secretary to do it, he does it himself, and that's a real hands-on producer. Now if you could just hold it up straight. That's lovely.
The water will be on this evening between 16:30 and 17:30 hours. On Saturday morning, the water will be on between 07:30 and 08:30 hours. And in the afternoon, between 16:30 and 17:30. On Sunday, the water will be on between 7 and 8 in the morning, and in the evening between 6:30 and 7:30. Best wishes, Chris Burr, producer.
Thank you, sir.
Very well made, very interesting, and that his grandparents on the other side all spoke.
There was one surefire way of forgetting the woes of dodgy catering and impending drought. It was a meal prepared by our Portuguese hairdresser, Sano.
Program like that because they are Canadians now. Yeah, well, he is Canadian. And he wasn't,
Sorry, Tom.
he's adopted a new identity. So while it's very important.
Wonderful, it's unbelievable.
And why is it that you're talking in a cod American accent?
I'm sorry. I change my appearance every day and my character.
Really?
Because I'm an actress.
I see, I'm sorry.
It happens to be American today.
Ah.
I'll see you later, guys.
Okay, excellent. Bye.
The sun rises over Simferopol, bringing us closer each day to drought. And with the sunrise came all manner of beasties to our tent.
Say a little prayer.
Ah, the sweet baby that ruins my first big speech.
We'll see him later.
Oh, yes. Let's leave plans.
Here's Master Chef Sano creating another type of masterpiece.
Okay, can we stand by, please, for a rehearsal?
Okay.
You're wondering about behind all this, aren't you?
Okay, and action.
Young man, what is happening?
Be a bit of a secret, man.
You're under orders.
Thank you. For a take, please. Any check?
That's it.
Okay, stand by, please. Go on, off you go. Action.
Идите.
Too much action.
That might be like a masterclass. Walk slowly.
Лично?
Nice, nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
Тетя сказала нет. Все, иди положи. Sorry, maybe
Me, what? Что?
take
Что?
a photograph with you.
This? Yes.
Yes?
You have camera?
Yes.
Хорошо.
Thank you.
Okay, давай. Okay, and Ian, can you just 1 second come here?
It's a little known fact. Before the existence of the Sharpe's Appreciation Society, there was the Harris Appreciation Society.
Way. And this is how the hard-working crew spend their time.
The archival of being creative. I haven't played it since last year.
What can I do? I mean, I am amazing, darling. 2 bottles. Here is one. Prime Ukrainian Champanskaya. Excellent cheeky bouquet.
Cheeky buckets.
Oh, there's the label. Sorry, sir. Cheeky bouquet.
Sweet as. I should be in some little red shorts.
All your entrances and exits are taped, right?
Sheffield United.
Camera up there.
Yes. Can you believe?
Yeah.
Who you got tomorrow, Sean?
We're not playing tomorrow.
Tonight, Nick. Why not?
Right.
Monday. When's the next game?
I think we're playing West Brom away.
Morning, sir.
Morning, morning, guy.
I'm going to look for your toaster.
Right.
Do you want anything on it?
No, that's right. Splendid. Bottle of water.
I'm just outside Rosie's room, and I was wondering if you do you think that she might be from Ireland? I think she might be. Yeah. Do you think so?
We eased our way into the first night shoot at the beautiful yet haunting Eskikamen. Shooting had to be delayed for a day due to an injury to Hugh Ross's back.
Актеров Шотландии поздравляйте перед важным съемочным днем.
Go, man, go.
A rest and a quick rub saw him swiftly returning to work. What a trooper.
Good?
История. History.
History, that.
Night shoots involved even more waiting around than usual. The waiting began to take its toll on poor Mickey. Poor old soldier. Tom Clegg, director of the entire series, started by walking us through the scene.
And the two robots.
Yes?
In this scene, Sharpe and Monroe are overseeing an arms for hostages deal with our supposed ally, El Casco. Ably guarded by Harper and the Chosen Men, of course.
The exchange takes place in 2 days' time.
Here in Askeeka Men, remembering the days of Dunnett's massacre, when 30 or 40 of us came along and were ambushed by 200 French on horseback, and only myself and Captain Murray survived. The Chosen Men and Sharpe, were watching us up on the bank there. Chosen Man Harris spotted Perkins, and I was saved. Marvellous. It was all done here in the days of Sharpe 1.
For that bit, only for that bit with the train, really. Because you know, it's come past, yeah. Because he had to have his moustache cut off anyway. Yeah, he did. He didn't want to get it cut off, you know.
The next scene was to be the largest piece of dialogue spoken by Harris to date. In the scene, Dara passes the baby over to Rosie Linehan, while I praise baby Harper to high heaven. Well, the baby left the hands of Big D and proceeded to wail, shattering my concentration and ability to deliver the line well. Or was that down to my acting ability? Ah, kids.
Down like a tinker on a fair day. Don't you? I'd like to hold him.
Oh, look at him. He's beautiful.
He's not just any old baby, ma'am. He can understand people in 5 languages, can march 50 miles a day, can slay wild beasts and blow bugles from the trumpet with one hand behind his back. And he's only just started.
I think he'll do just fine the way he is. He's a wizard boy.
And cut.
Good. I can't really see that in this light, so you have to do like talking.
I don't feel in a performing mood.
No, that's good, that's fine.
In about 8 hours' time, I will be.
Do you have a line? We have lines today, don't we? Tomorrow, today.
We have, dem line.
Does he have the right? Has he the right?
Yeah, go get him back. That's my line. Go get him back at him.
I think mine is...
You've got 4 bits of lines.
Ooh, is it 4? I think it's just 2.
No, I counted 4 scraps of lines for you.
So
because obviously I count everyone else's lines because I want to see
and you want to
how
see
many more than
how much per...
but I figured, I tried to work out why you've got 4 lines in this scene when you've got 1. And I figured they're breaking in the audience to the idea that Harris speaks quite a bit. Because come sword...
No, but swords first. Swords first, isn't it?
Sugar.
Have the new Chosen Man. Philip Dowd, playing Skillicorn. Shame he only lasts 16 scenes. Never mind, he's preparing his role here with a bit of Game Boy. Just say hello to all the folks at home, Phil.
Hello.
Sweet as.
You beautiful England television.
It's very beautiful.
Да, прекрасный.
Beautiful
Чудесно.
She beautiful woman. Understand?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Television. In England, your face.
Pravda. His lack of Russian made for crap chat-up lines. His lack of brains led him to try it on with one of the mobster's moles from the bar. To cap it all, Phil, later that night, approached said mobster and asked, "Hey, are you that mafia geezer?"
Yeah.
Spawning a line that lived on in Sharpe folklore.
He was asleep, Sarge!
Find Major Sharpe. This time they'll hang him, surely. But Sharpe? That's far, Mr. Sharpe, don't you see?
Cut. We've cut.
Oh, good. His face will be squinting. Excellent.
say to everyone at home at Channel 4? 2, on the camera there. Hello. Cheers, Ted.
We'll walk towards the camera now again. Nice.
So, if we take then new stuff, two provosts, Skillicorn in between, and hares behind them, as they're on horse. We try back with them. And as they're coming up, I take the shot on hares just glancing down the spine, that little side. And the shot on you just watching it for that second there. Then we'll be back on the moss and pan round, and we'll come back this way for the dialogue with Hopper. Yeah.
Today's filming action sees Skillicorn being hung for looting, so he'll be packed off back to Liverpool. Better to be done by fictional provosts than by real-life gangsters. On Sharpe, the ability to talk about a bunch of nonsense for vast amounts of the day was an asset.
Forage cap, first time ever seen on Sharpe, hoping that he will now wear it for the rest of the series. What do you think, Sean?
What do you think of this show?
First of all, can I ask other people what they think?
I think he looks right hard. Well,
Very fetching.
Very fetching.
Bit of a prat.
I think it would look better in blue.
I worship him. It's Tuesday evening, third week of shooting, and it's just another dinner at Sano's, really. I'm about to take us in there. A few words about the production. Today was a very good day, had lots of snappy moving. Tom really was moving quite along fast, it was really good. Good atmosphere, young Skillicorns, very good, young Philip Dowd. Now, getting things done now, it feels like we're actually, moving along. Call sheet number 14. Wednesday the 24th of August, 1994. Well, we're still experiencing water shortages, not as bad as before. We're getting a bit of hot water now, so that's a small victory. But I'm pissed off. Okay? First of all, well, the only thing I'm pissed off about at the moment is we've, Lyndon and I, after gaining the tiny victory of being in a Volga this year, we have then been not given the continuity of this one driver. One second, I'm being interrupted here. There's someone being interrupted. I better stop. Forgive me, I was taken away there. Right, yeah, Lyndon and I, we go in a Volga, and it's lovely. It's nice to have a Volga. And Michael, John Tams, and Big D, Darrington, Learjet's backdraft, whatever you want to call him, get their own Volga, and they have had the same guy all the time. He's a lovely chap. Okay, he's ugly, but he's nice. Okay, because you can't be pretty. You can't all be Lyndon. Anyway, so they got the same guy. It's a good. The guy drives well. He's fast. Anyway. We have had every driver from Ayrton Senna to Fangio, and they're all dead. Now, let me tell you something. Well, today and yesterday we had a car. I'll tell you what number it is, so in case this movie comes out in Russia and the guy remembers his 1042. Thank you, Lyndon. 1042 has driven us to work twice. Yesterday, when I came home, I said, Lyndon and I came home. I went to the office and said to Chris, the alignment on the car is really bad. The steering's terrible. It's awful, 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 awful. And he sort of sympathised, sort of.
And what about the car? Is the car good?
Oh, the car's superb. Tracking's amazing. Wheels are great. Goes dead straight on the road all the time.
So you could call it a coffin, even.
So, this morning, 6:30, we get into the car and we drive, and I'm knackered. We're all sleeping. And he's driving at 130k. I mean, I like to drive fast, but the guy in this car is ridiculous. Anyway, so every once in a while we feel, vroom, and the car's vroom. And I was informed later by Ian Shaw, who was awake, that the horn was not in fact the car, it was the guy falling asleep. So not only did we have a faulty machinery, we had an operator who was impaired. Thanks a lot. Whoever decided that the chosen man could be treated like... Thanks a lot.
Have you got the sign, Linda?
The episode continued. Here we are bringing the rifles to that meeting with the skin-flaying Aztec worshipper El Casco. In the previous scene, Ellie, distraught at shooting a young Frenchman, consoles herself with a full-on fumble in the bushes with Sharpe. As we march, Mrs. Nugent informs her daughter that she had seen them together in the bushes playing hide the ramrod. How embarrassing.
Is this the way, Sharpe, sir? We're with you for many hours.
Okay, boys, action.
Is it long now, sir?
Not long now.
We're acting
Not long now, Harris.
We're acting tough.
You haven't got the vehicles near here, I'm afraid.
Let me get down there then.
Sergeant Harper, could I have a better
It will save us coming out next year. Leave the helmet with the horse.
Yeah, we get this.
Save us coming out next year. Shooting through.
Just going to put it on the helmet section you have just over the back feet.
Thanks, Christian. Just start to move out as if you're going down that way with...
Could you get the sausage or two? Or level it?
Yeah, just a sec.
Yeah, that's fine.
And if Jason and Lyndon move out as if they're going across that way, yeah. Forward. Just go forward. Quietly at this stage, because this is not the move into the attack, this is to get closer to the attack.
Just free front.
So, now, do you want to touch these in there, John? No, if you lose that one, then they've got to go. Let's have a little go this then, please.
Right.
Capture reality.
Bit of hush, please, folks. Fishing up ourselves first. Any check for a take on these?
No.
Yeah, there seems to be some debate as to why you have no line in this scene. Why do you think that is? I think it's because you were so good in the Sing Detective saying nothing that to just have you with doe eyes, doe face is good enough. Possibly. Doughy Pillsbury. You know.
Do-re-mi.
You know, whereas you have the originator of the line, Perfume Ponce, and you gotta have him say anything or two.
What's your name, Mac?
You know what we could do is we could make a little video and send it to Paul McGann and anyone, in fact. We make a little video, tape it onto tape, and send it to them.
Do a skit on what's name.
Defo. The ego definitely has landed.
The authenticity of my actions as a chosen man was a testament to a great teacher. That teacher was Richard Moore. Here he is assisting Will, the armourer, to load the rifles for a take.
I think we're all in it, Richard.
Not Lyndon and I.
No, Richard, I think there's 3 guns.
You hear that, Richard?
Richard? I think there's 3 guns besides that one. But I don't know whether they needed to be loaded or not.
How many rifles?
Yeah. Okay.
You all right? Okay, is that you up there earlier on? Okay, the bang won't be that loud, Roy, but do people want to stand near the horses just in case? Yeah, okay. All right.
Excellent, excellent.
For a take, quiet please. Mind your ears.
271, take one.
Okay, Joe. And action! Go.
Bang.
Bang. In position or right.
Otherwise.
Yep.
At the target.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speed. 272, take one.
Okay, and
Action!
and action!
Quiet please.
Sword fights were almost always exciting to watch. While in the Crimea, Sean took lessons from a Russian Olympic fencing medalist. By the end of the shoot, Sean could wield a pretty mean sword, giving new meaning to 100% blade.
Pretend I'm a Wednesdayite. Oh yeah, no, help me!
Action!
I got it, monsieur.
This is a ski command and a valley that was occupied by a Nazi division. And I don't know if these are new swastikas or old or whatever, but this place was used by the Nazis, and they built camouflage net that went across from this part of the valley over to that part of the valley. And it was a whole camouflage roof was on the top, and it was bombed, and there's bones and stuff like that from Nazis all over the place.
Horrible.
It's spooky. Let's go down to the valley. Yeah.
Bones all underneath this ground, all around.
This is the inside of the cave.
Torture machine over there, look. Look at that chair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's got to be a chair.
Some sort of agricultural machine. Definitely.
If there was an opportunity for a laugh, Lyndon grabbed it with both hands.
Hi, Dad. How are you? Yeah.
So, yeah.
You had a good night last night.
Gren and Grutted.
Yeah?
Gren and Gruttix.
Great night. We had a great night.
He's operated me with his foot.
Father and son.
Thank you. I'll go and have a look and I'll give you a wave as you
Okay.
Just get out. So we'll get out. Where are you going? I'm going to have a look what we're going to get off. I'll see what's going on.
Like 1 hour ago.
Yeah,
maybe
but we were
more.
still here. We were up there in the colour having makeup.
Yeah, if we're on the call sheet, then, you know, we're there.
I'm trying to give up tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Have one of these and don't ask again.
Good.
Have one of these and don't ask again. Have one of these and
Don't ask again.
Go on. Action!
.37 rifle. Get a little shot of everyone going home. There's Sean on his way to his car. There's Guy, it's factotum. And Sean rushes away. Yes, it's been a hard day's work. And everyone just sitting, chatting, drinking, discussing the day. It's been a long day. It's been worth it.
Very hot.
Very, very hot. This, in fact, is the Belbeck River. One of the first engagements of the Crimean War took place on this river, a little further west, I guess. But now the river is completely dry. We filmed here last year on Sharpe 2 and there was a little bit of water, but it's pretty dry. Anyway, everyone's off home now.
Inboard, inboard, and speed. Action! Got inboard. Thank you. Very good, thank you.
These are the men responsible for making the fight scene so real and for making us actors look hard.
Ready, Tom? We've cut.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. No. So Rosie's here, sitting behind us, to get some pearls of gossip or conversation. Pearls. Conversation.
Dropping too deep. Finish the sentence. Pearls dropping too deep.
Yes.
Swine.
Oh right, pearls. Right.
Swine.
That's what she was saying now. Right. So
there you
we
have
started well and we're ending quite well. Honestly.
That is the conversation.
That is the want.
It's the pearl.
That is the blue. That is the blue pearl. Naked in.
Take cover! Go!
Here we are at Suffolk Cali, one of the more breathtaking locations. Of course, we're not at the breathtaking bit yet, but this section is an old Jewish settlement that, of course, were driven out, and then there was another settlement more recently, and they were driven out by Stalin, good old Joe. But down here is where it's at. Hold on, Ben. This is Shuffet Valley. This is where we first started shooting Sharpe 1. Lovely little settlement down here. Not that lovely. You know, we used to drive in here every morning, 2 years ago now, and drive down this windy path. Base camp was around, just after that post there, about there. And then the set was down along the road. I'll have to go in on this and get it again. Was where the barn was, where our first ever shooting of Sharpe. Triple M ski, just hit in the valley.
Triple M was just over there on the top of that.
Triple M up here, we filmed. Oh, this is such a beautiful place. A man up on the left. Yes, right. Yes, yes, we filmed up on this lovely ridge here. Let's do a little close up. I mean, you know, Colorado, eat your heart out.
Like you could make a movie here, couldn't you?
You could really make a movie here.
Don't make Sharpe, make a movie.
Oh, they'll be back for the movie.
Chosen man Cooper is about to engage a French cavalryman in battle. As Cooper bravely fights off the frog, he takes a heavy cut to the arm. Is this why he didn't appear in another episode? Did he die from a wound to his arm? We'll never know.
that horse has gone through, John Tarleton's
Whoa.
and then to fire as if at that guy.
Terrific.
Yeah?
Actually going to let off the shot?
Yes, yeah.
Is John shooting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to go through. I'm going to go.
Sold the apple juice to John Tam, no, Lyndon Perkins. I leave my chess set to Dara. I leave my newspapers, copies of the Guardian and Mirror, especially to Jason.
Any stoppages?
Yeah, stoppages too.
Can we have one more horse behind
Another
him?
horse?
Yeah, just one to ride just straight through after him. Just give it a beat. After
Yeah, I understand what you're
hit,
saying.
after
Sasha,
he's hit,
need another cavalryman on that horse over there.
Just to ride.
Yeah,
Just to ride
run
through.
through.
just to
the
run through the field.
Everyone? Yes, we're ready, sir. Turn over.
Okay.
And speed. Come as ENP, 353, tip 1.
Chris? John? And action!
Board.
Speed.
Ow!
Michael, you alright?
Yeah, just a cut there.
Yep. 353, tip 4, board on end, ENP.
Sorry, Sean, did you have your gun up at the beginning? It went like this. Yeah. Good forward, monsieur.
Good man.
Oui, je le regrette, mais I wish to be your prisoner. Please. They have killed my men.
Just 1 second. Sean.
Les cœurs.
Meant you, Sean. Much
Thank you.
less than Julius. If you bring them up just a touch, yeah? It doesn't actually overlaps. Yeah.
That last rehearsal worked
So
quite
when
well.
I'm saying where is she, what have you done to it?
No, it's better than nothing.
I'm saying
It's just a slight gap in between. Just leave a slight gap.
in between.
Well, when he says, where is she? What have they done to her?
They've done to it. It's turkeys there.
Don't
now.
overlap the speeches. Yeah?
Okay.
Here's Lyndon practicing to be a cashier at Tesco's because they would love to be here doing his part.
That's £47.38. Thank you. Have a check? Okay, we'll print it for you.
Cash back?
Switch. Ah. We were so desperate for tasty morsels of food that biscuit break was often the gastronomic highlight of the day. Yes, this is tea break.
And we'll just put a tiny little bit down here. So that when you go down, we'll light this tiny little bit just to get a puff of smoke coming across your face. So you don't have to light it at all. Yeah?
What do I do? Go like that.
Cooper, bend down.
So you have to wear the powder.
Yeah? If you have a bit down there, yeah? Okay, John? And then we'll have a little bit of powder here, which we'll just light as Sean doesn't. Yeah?
But that's going to come to the face.
Sharp scar.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. My rehearsal, please. And if we make...
Yeah.
Got any,
I'm not going to actually...
I keep asking here.
No.
Keep saying yes.
Later with the line.
When he's no, I'm talking about when he... Ah.
No, that will be from here. Where it says, all yours, sir.
Oh.
As he passes.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Fine, forget that, Michael. Everything's fine.
Because I've got to do what we see. Yeah, right, yeah. What's that? What's that? Sorry.
The old set on the double thing. This one. This is.
To light the actual gunpowder itself. So, Tony, or Rob.
Is that it? Is that everything? English.
And action.
All set. For you to push it.
And the speed. 423, take one.
Michael, if too much comes out right at the beginning, stop it and we'll go again. Okay, and action. Cut. It's the passing of the... So just take it from all set. Do it on the move.
Do it on the move.
Yeah. Okay, just try it once more, please.
Michael, if you're on the move, it's because we put the...
Yeah.
See Michael in there first.
This is Michael Mears in preparation for his one line, which is...
You don't want me to give it a blow, do you, Tom?
Ooh, misses.
You can be blowing it when we...
All set.
For you to do, sir.
Follow the tide, mate. Action.
Good morning. Well, it's the 4th Friday of Sharpe 3, as we know it. Captain's log, star date, 2nd of September. Dates are irrelevant now, because it's the same old thing, really. You know, we're here right now. We've called in at 8 o'clock, and I don't think we'll be used till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But they want to get us in there because, you know, we take a lot of time, and we always waste time in front of camera, and, you know, we're costing a lot of film and aggro, so they get us in early. And quite frankly, it's getting on our tits. Sean's Winnie. Sean's Winnie, the great perk that was laid on him, is falling to pieces. This poor Winnie driver Gary is labouring night and day with pieces of tin can and condoms and spit and chewing gum to keep it together. Brave man, deserves a medal. The deserter boys have just come back. That's quite nice. Food's levelling out. I must say the food is levelling out to being average. A little addition to the diary entry. A few days ago, John Tams handed in his resignation to Chris and Tom, saying that, you know, rightfully he's forgotten how bad it is out here, and he'd like to get off the shoot. Of course, they had to deny him that, but they're going to allow him 2 weeks leave. Now, Chris Burt went into... I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad for Johnny. I hope he has a good time, and he deserves a break and the rest and everything. I hope they pay him while he's gone. They probably won't. But Chris Burt came in to ask Dara and Sean about it. Is that okay? Because, you know, they had asked for a week time off, and they'd received perks instead. And, you know, what? He doesn't ask us. We don't want time off. We're here for free. We're voluntary of force, and he didn't even ask us about it. So I feel there's going to be some coming down on this one. End of story.
cast and crew will soon be moving down to the Black Sea coastal town of Yalta for the rest of the Crimean shoot. This is another stunning landscape known as Belogorsk. It's being used as a backdrop for a photograph that will feature on endless videos, CDs and magazines. We call it the pack shot.
Going the same way as they went before. Keep going, Julia. There's that horse up there. All I can see is its hind quarters at the moment, so can we get it to move further away or something?
Says on the side.
Only sword in, John.
459, take one.
There went John.
Come.
And
Action!
The start time. Oh yes. Oh. We need to know the official. Is it when we're called? Is it when we're on set? Is it when we turn over?
The official.
No. What is the betting stop? When we're actually called by Sam?
The payout is the number of hours from the original onset time. Those who bet on between 10 and 11 o'clock have lost their money.
Okay.
Those who bet 2 hours are in grave danger of losing their money.
Those who bet 3?
Those who bet 3 hours will probably take the cash.
Yes, and that's one Jason
Darryl
Salkey.
O'Malley for NBC Television, returning you to our studios now in New York City.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's one of those days again as another one of the chosen decides to live. And it's a very, very sad night. And in the doorway here is Sir Michael Mears, who is, hang on, letting me get a bit out of shot like normal, I'm saying.
Okay, can we, Michael, just...
Well, I'm a bit speechless, obviously. Another one bites the dust. It's, can I say, it's a wrap. It's a wonderful country, and I wish you well. And to my Russian friends, farewell. Hope to see you again. To my English friends, see you in England.
Easy. Hey, take it easy.
If ever I list for a soldier again, the devil shall be me sergeant. Poor old soldier, poor old soldier. If ever I list for a soldier again, the devil shall be me sergeant. 40 I got for selling me coat and 40 for selling me blanket. If ever I list for a soldier again, the devil shall be me sergeant. Poor old soldier, poor old soldier. If ever I list for a soldier again, the devil shall be me sergeant.
We've got